Hello everyone, welcome back to my review channel. Today I'm going to be doing another season. This is going to be a fresh season of an Adult Swim show called Superjail. Superjail Season 1. The front and the back. This is an Adult Swim show. It means every episode is like 15 minutes long. Good stuff. Well, yeah, about 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes long each episode. Probably about 15 minutes long. There are 11 episodes, 10 episodes plus the pilot episode. I don't think the first episode was the pilot. I think that's just an extra episode on here. And it started with the first episode which was Super Bar. I think that was the actual first legit episode. First few couple of things I'll say about this. I love this show. I love, like, the artwork goes so well with this show. It's great. And it's very chaotic. Very chaotic. Every episode starts the same way. I say it doesn't start the same way, but it does. Every episode starts with Jailbot. You come to find out who Jailbot is. He's the robot that looks over Superjail with Warden. Every episode begins with Jailbot carrying Jackknife, an inmate, Jackknife, to Superjail. That's the intro to every. But the thing is, Jackknife gets to go to jail a different way, so it's a different beginning each time. And literally, like, it's hard to say. I mean, hard to explain this, but without going through every episode. But like, Jackknife gets carried by Jailbot to Superjail in the same way, but under different circumstances every episode. So every episode he gets carried a different way. So I like that. That's very good. And in every episode, Jackknife is able to get free of Superjail. That's why he comes back like every day. I love that. So he's able to escape every episode, but then he comes back the very next episode. It brings a continuity into it I love. Every episode begins that way. Every episode, Jackknife escapes, and then beginning of episode, he gets brought back. Also, in every episode is like this. Chaos ensues every episode. At the end of every episode, there is complete chaos, which kills hundreds of inmates. Awesome stuff. This is why, if you like gore and like chaos, fun stuff, doesn't take itself seriously, this is a great show. I'm going to go through this as quick as I can, and at the end of it, I'm going to list some of my favorite episodes from Season 1. Key players you should know in this, before I start, is the Warden. Jared, his like right-hand man, is like an accountant or whatever, looks over Superjail. Alice, which is pretty much ambiguous, but she is actually a he. You know he has man. You know she has man parts, and she's like growing. She has boobs and she has man parts. So you can put your own words about what that is. Alice, which she's the guard. She's the he. She's the guard that looks over everybody. Jailbot, the robot. The twins, which are probably one of my favorites inmates in this whole series. The twins. Like, two blonde-haired Norwegian type guys. Hilarious stuff they do. The doctor, which he's like a mad scientist in Superjail that works for Warden. Gary and Bird. Gary and Bird. The Bird Gary is just the guy, and the Bird is always on Gary's shoulder. In the Wikipedia, it says Bird is a female. I'm going to get to that, but I don't believe it. I don't see how a female bird can be in an all-male prison. This is an all-male prison. Even the damn guard is a male. The female guard is a male. How can you say no? I'll get to that. Also, is the gay couple? The gay couple is Paul and John Baptiste. Another guy is called Ash, which he was like a burn victim, so he's burned from head to toe. He's also one of my favorite characters. But besides the twins, my second favorite, if not the favorite character, is called Lord Stingray. He's not even in this first season, so I don't even know why I bring that up. I thought he was. I thought he was part of this first season. I looked through every episode. I did it even again and again. Couldn't find him. I thought he was, but he's in second season. Not even in this, but he's one of my favorites. First episode, Super Bar. Warden creates a bar to get on a date with Alice the guard. He's in love with Alice the guard. Jared is a recovering alcoholic, and he must be the bartender. The inmates, this culminates by all the inmates finding a way to escape, and which brings in like underwater sea inside Superjail. Chaos ensues. But in the chaos, Jackknife escapes. This is where chaos happens, so complete chaos. Next episode is The Dream Machine. Warden believes inmates are out to kill him, so he goes through their dreams. He has a dream machine to go in their dreams to see what they're dreaming. Jackknife is able to escape through a dream. That's funny. The Warden's in their head so much and every night that none of the people can sleep. So the dream machine gets overloaded and just explodes, and all the dream factors come to real world, and Jackknife's able to escape, and complete chaos ensues. Dream chaos. Next episode's Ladies' Night. A ladies' prison called Ultra Prison invades Superjail. The Warden and the Warden to Ultra Prison have a bet to see who could be the most civilized. So they have they put on a party, a ball, to see who could be most civilized. This is funny because they're pretty much the exact counterparts, male to female, to Warden, Alice, Jared, Joebot, everybody. They're like the exact female counterparts, or male, if you look at it in Alice's way, counterparts. The party gets crazy due to Spanish flies. Because the twins always have something to do with this. It's great. They always have something to do with chaos, ensuing chaos. Why the chaos comes to a head. So Spanish flies gets all over the ladies. They go crazy. Chaos ensues. Jackknife escapes with the women by the end of the show. Next episode, Don't Be a Negaton. Oh, we're the Galactoids! Don't be a Negaton. Warden brings a motivational speaker to Superjail. Turns out to be like a cult thing. So they have to drink this elixir, which gets them all to trip. This turns into a bad trip, as you could probably tell. You probably would understand. Turns into a bad trip. The bad trip turns into complete chaos. Yeah, I like this episode. Next episode, Terrorium. Warden puts on a science fair just to show off his terrarium, his new science project. Basically, he made this land inside of a little globe, like a forest, a rainforest, this whole ecosystem inside of a globe. Shrinks down 5 inmates, one of them being Jackknife. Shrinks down 5 of them, puts them in this to make like a reality, not a reality show, but like a survival game out of it. Who's going to win? The winner gets the elixir at the finish line, which brings them, which is like a growth elixir. So, while they're in this terrarium, the twins replace the growth serum with something else. Terrarium goes wild inside Superjail. Now, this happens because when Jackknife actually gets to the end of it, he drinks it, and it's actually, they replaced it with same-sex hormones, male hormones. So the bugs, twisted, this is twisted. The bugs are trying to, have sex. They're all, getting hormonal, having sex with Jackknife, twisted stuff. It's awesome. Terrarium opens up on accident. The growth elixir gets opened up with it. Whole place is, goes into chaos with all these insects and bugs going everywhere. That's how it is. And Jackknife escapes on the back of a giant bug. Next episode is Mr. Grumpy Pants. Mr. Grumpy Pants. And this is like a Christmas episode, you could probably think of it as. Let me see. Jailbot picks up Jackknife, accidentally picks up a little girl inside of a bag with Jackknife. So when they bring Jackknife to Superjail, in comes the little girl. Warden gets freaked out and sends the little girl away. Ash finds her with another inmate. Inmate wants to burn her. Ash burns inmate. Alive. So this, you don't know what's going to happen with the little girl. I mean, it's a little girl inside of an all-male prison. You kind of think what's going on and hope to God it's not, but it's also eluding. It's all eluding to like, we heard you got a little girl in here. You better share her. But it's kind of a cute thing because you find out all they want to do is like read this little girl books and like for bedtime and stuff. So it's really all of an innocent thing. It's really funny that way. But the sad part is this girl has cancer. Ash sees this on her arm. It's like a hospital bracelet. And he calls her Sanser. So that he believes that's her name, but she has cancer. So, okay, Mr. Pants. This is also in this episode. Warden's also trying to put on a party. It's his birthday or whatever. So Jared's out to like get something special. He buys like a special Chinese butter to rejuvenate the warden. To put it, so he puts it on the cake, and everyone eats the cake, and everyone turns into a baby. Chaos ensues. Baby chaos ensues. It only stops. Baby Jackknife gets carried away because he like gets into a basket, writes orphan on it, and then gets carried away by an adult. It ends because the little girl with cancer dies, and they all grow up back to regular size, and they all mourn over little baby Sansa. But Ash, I love Ash too. Ash is one of my favorites. I love this character, the burn victim. He's all about fire. Let me see. The next episode, Time Police. This is Time Police Part 1. Warden has an idea to make a franchise, a multitude of super jails all over the world. When that happens, in pops Time Police. They drag him to Time Court, and he has to be put on trial to make for his future crimes against humanity. Warden. Basically, if he went to doing all these super jails, he would have slowly taken over the world. Superjail goes into shutdown mode because Warden's not there to do anything about it, and Alice, Jailbot, and Jared all leave, leaving the inmates alone, and all their cells are unlocked. So that's the end of Part 1. Part 2 of Time Police. Warden is stuck in time jail. He has to find a way out. Jared, Alice, and Jailbot have menial jobs. Inmates are killing each other to rule Superjail when Bird brings them back together. This is why I have to question Bird being a female, but also why people believe Bird is a female. They're all old, and they all have beards. Bird has a beard, which proves to me if you have a beard, you're a male. Yeah, there are some females that have beards, but they're in a circus. They usually have hair everywhere anyway. That's why I believe this bird is a female. Which brings me to the second part. They have sex with this bird, and the bird gets pregnant. Which is, I understand why you believe the bird is female. But still, it's an all-male prison, which I like it. I'd rather believe that the bird is male. It brings a new messed up factor into it. They just had sex with a male bird, and now the male bird is pregnant. These humans, oh my God, it's so twisted. That's why this stuff is just crazy. They make like a bird people race. All because of Warden's not here. The bird gives birth. What the fuck? Jared, Alice, and Jailbot get back together and they head for Superjail. The twins get a part in a movie. The twins are out of like jail, and they get part of a movie, which is basically a porn. So that's messed up for them. Uh, when the warden he's able to snatch one of these like time sticks and go back to Superjail, finds Jailbot, Alice, and Jared outside, goes inside Superjail, and to see all these abominations surrounding Superjail. He takes all the abominations to Time Court right when they're about to sentence him, shows Time Court everything about, okay, without me, this is where the inmates have went. When he goes to let out himself, when Warden goes to let himself out of the jail, they hug each other, which puts everything in a time-space anomaly. As you probably tell, chaos ensues. Time-space chaos ensues. Everything from past episodes come into play. You get to see all these other characters. Chaos ensues, and yeah, that was pretty cool stuff. The next episode is Cold Blooded. This is, well, actually, I missed one. Along the line, I somehow missed an episode 2. I don't know how. When you're just I don't know how I missed it, but I did. So I should say that episode 2 is Combaticus. Combaticus. While spelunking in Superjail, Warden, Alice, Jared, Jailbot, while Warden spelunking, Jailbot chases a scorpion throughout Superjail, and they find that is Warden, Alice, and Jared find this cave leading to an old Aztecian, like, written scriptures and arena. They decide to make an arena out of this and call it like a fight, or like a type of like gladiator fights for all the inmates, because everyone's bored. The twins make an ultimate fighting machine, Combaticus, to be in this fight. And by doing that, the warden calls the doctor and says, okay, bring out the latest specimen. And like, doctor's like goes on to say, hey, it's not ready yet. Do it anyway. It's called Specimen 7, and basically it's a specimen of like Warden, Alice, Jailbot, and Jared all put together. It's like them 4 put together in like one body. Very messed up stuff to fight Combaticus. Due to all the excess bloodshed that's going on, to complete chaos ensues. The scorpion transforms back into the rightful ruler of this Aztecian city, Pamalonia. This surprises Jailbot, which he's chasing the scorpion that turns into the Aztecian king. So, funny, he's talking to this Jailbot. Jailbot's just like looking at him and then like just pulls out a gun and shoots him. He's like, ugh, I'm human, damn it. Yeah, like he turned back into a human just to get shot. So that's kind of funny. When that happens, complete chaos ensues because he's died. He's the Aztecian king. Here goes Pamalonia. Pamalonia goes into chaos. All the inmates go into chaos. Everybody starts to die. Combaticus actually saves the twins in this. So that's pretty good. That was episode 2. The final episode is called Cold Blooded. Cold Blooded. During the beginning part where Jailbot picks up Jackknife, Jailbot accidentally misses Jackknife and picks up a serial killer instead, holding, like, because he has Jackknife's face on him. He cut off Jackknife's face, put it on him, and that's why Jailbot confused him. So now he picked up the serial killer. Messed up. So now, Warden has to deal with this serial killer dude that everyone's afraid of. Automatically, Warden has to deal with why are they afraid of this guy. So Warden puts Jared in like complete tattooed up, scarred up Jared inside the same cell of the serial killer to see why everybody's so afraid of him. See why aren't they afraid of Warden so much as much as they're afraid of this guy. The twins go inside Jailbot to like mess with his computer board and all of his wires. Also, what looks like there are inmates throughout this whole, just this one episode, there are inmates throughout the whole episode that look like ICP and Slipknot characters. I'm not lying. Like, there is Violent J, there is Shaggy 2 Dope, and there is Blaze Your Dead Homie. Those three, you can just tell those three look like they're in this episode. Also, it looks like number 5 from Slipknot, number 5 Craig, number 1 Joey, and number 3 Chris. Those three, they're all wearing masks, so you know what type of mask they're wearing. And the guys with clown makeup look like what they're supposed to look like. So this whole episode is just Juggalo love and Slipknot love. That's like a tremendous episode. Just feel like seeing that. If you don't believe me, just look for yourself. But that's pretty much how it is. That complete chaos ensues by the end of that. But yeah, there we go. I will mention the pilot episode called Bunny Love. Bunny Love. Basically, Warden tries to make everybody the same. He doesn't like everyone being different. You know, blacks against whites. You know how the whole jail thing is. You know, everybody. He wants everyone to look the same, so he buys them all bunny suits. But thanks to the twins, again, that gets messed up, and so it's half bunny suits and half wolf suits. So they're all still separated, and by the end of it, chaos ensues because they fight amongst themselves again. So there you go. That is season 1 of Superjail. My favorite episodes would be episode number 2, Combaticus. Big one with involves twins. Number 5, Don't Be a Negaton. That's a great episode. With a galactoids. Number 6, The Terrorium. It's a really good messed up episode. Number 7, Mr. Grumpy Pet says, I like that one. Involves fire, ash, all that good stuff. And number 9, The Time Police. Great episode. Time Police Part 2. Part 2 is my favorite. Not Part 1's good, but Part 2 is my favorite because it involves inmates like pretty much making a new race of like bird people, which is really messed up. But good stuff. Great stuff, man. I love it because it's just complete chaos. Every episode, fun stuff to watch, blood, gore, cartoon. The art, if you don't like the art factor, I understand. I mean, it's supposed to be that way because the art looks great for what it's supposed to be. That's why I love this stuff. For complete chaos every episode, for as much as they need to put in every episode, it's great artwork for it. Kudos. There's season 1 of Superjail. Thank you guys for watching. Leave any question or comments down at the bottom. I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for watching. Everybody, have a great day out there.